All right, you got Frankie Nunez here, your boy. I'm with Peter Hard, former LOL All-Star. We've got the Biltmore Drivers. They're going to be taking on the Shirley Estate Mothmen, and this is a little bit of David versus Goliath. Peter, tell me a little bit about the differences of these two rosters.
You know, already before on paper after the draft, the Biltmore Drivers were 100% the favorites.
They were
stacked. It's a stacked team, and as good of a team that I think Coach Holmes had got during the draft, we've had some late scratches. On the
Wesley Sullivan not going to play, Zach Paini not going to play, and we've had Dan Escobar come in off the street, and he's going to take that position, but they're still going to be down a man, and let's not forget that Lorenzo Labazetta is maybe at 50%.
Yeah, and with that, he's recovering from an ACL tear, so we'll see him back on quarterback, highly capable of that, but we're not going to see him on field at defense.
What I think is important to point out, though, here is if you ask 10 people in LOL football, whether they're players, fans, coaches, who the three best players of all time are in this league, two of those three are going to be Lorenzo Labazetta and Justin O'Shea, and two of those guys are on this Mothmen team. So I don't think you can count them out no matter how much the odds are stacked against them, no matter what the talent looks like. These are two of the three best players ever. But with that being said, on the other side is one of those three best players ever in Frank Samisa. What do you think Frank's got to do to keep all these egos managed? He's got a lot of big personalities on this team between Ian Tully, Colin Tully, Matt King, JJ. There's a lot of people to keep happy. How do you think Frank Samisa can pull it off?
Yeah, if we're talking 2 out of 3 of those big names on one side, you've got number 1 out of those 3 on the Biltmore Drivers. And we're not talking just talent on the field, but controlling the egos, controlling his players from year after year. That is something he's been able to manage on crazy teams. I don't foresee that being an issue. I think he'll keep that in check.
I totally agree. All right, we're going to go down to Mark Olivero on the sideline. Mark, tell us what you're hearing down there from the players.
Thank you in the booth. One of these teams is battling age and injuries. The other team is only battling over who's going to get the ball more. We all know how fucking Colin gets. Let's take it down to the coin toss. I checked the coin myself. I made sure Holmes didn't put in one of those fancy magic trick coins.
Shirley.
And the Drivers win the toss. Gentlemen?
All right, the Biltmore Drivers have deferred. We're going to see this Mothman offense. We're going to see former league MVP Lorenzo Labazetta taking the ball here on first down. And he's looking early for another former MVP, Justin O'Shea. Big catch there on first down.
Bobbles it, brings it in. Got a fake run. We've got Coach Holmes in the backfield. That's
a drop for Justin O'Shea.
That's a bad drop. All right, we've got third down now.
Third down, Justin O'Shea. It looks like he's going to be... It looks like it's enough for the first. They've got the first. And Justin O'Shea.
All 300 pounds from him. They hand it off to him. It's retarded.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that, but here we go either way. That's not retarded. That's Justin O'Shea with a big play.
That is a dime. What a throw from Lorenzo Labazetta.
Lorenzo's got the best arm in football. I mean, Frank might have the stats and the accolades, but in terms of the arm, it's Lorenzo Labazetta. Touch pass, Justin O'Shea, touchdown, 1-0. So much for the blowout win we were supposed to see for the Biltmore Drivers. Just like that, the Mothmen score.
David versus Goliath. David strikes first.
Frank Samisa, an incompletion to Matt King. You got to catch that ball.
Yeah, that's a wide-on ball you got to bring in. Second down.
How about another contested drop?
I love the idea of going back to the player who just had a drop.
And just like that, we're already facing a third down.
This one's going to be off screen a little bit.
And
completion for the first down, it looks.
This is a first down for certain, Ian Tully. Here we go. Frank Samisa taking the pass on first down. Lob pass to Matt King, who had the drop, and he goes back to him for the touchdown. And that drive did not take very long now, did it?
No, they moved the ball quickly down field down play. Got a
Renzo,
deep shot early.
Deep shot, and it's just out of bounds on that sideline. Justin was tracking.
Oh, we've got a quick handoff to Justin, who's going to throw it.
Justin in the middle of the field. Is that Josh Paini?
None other.
There he is, a staple on. You may have noticed him on the smokes earlier, but that was Mirage. We know where he belongs.
Coach Holmes, great catch up the middle.
Yeah, nice hands by Holmes. And this team's moving the ball, too. Justin O'Shea, touchdown. Are you kidding me? His second, the veteran, one of the greatest of all time.
The drivers went down quick. The Mothmen were right there behind with their own quick drive.
So it's a 2-1 game and a quick hitter to Matt King on the sideline there for the drivers. Frank Samisa flips it out. Colin Tully makes a man miss. That's the speed of Colin Tully. And he's still going.
Untouched the whole way.
Colin Tully finally tagged. It's going to be first and very short.
Yeah, that's what you're going up against when you're playing with a guy like Colin. Pure speed.
Frank Samisa has some time. John A. is not going in on him. Frank taking all day. And just like that, it is the easiest pitch and catch for a touchdown to Ian Tully in the right corner of the end zone. 2-2.
Versus game one, that really felt like it was 1-1 for a long time. We've got a quick 2-2 game.
Quick scoring here, quick huddles. Oh, we've got a little double reverse action. It's Josh Paini, and it's not going too far there as Ian makes the tag. Motion again. It's straight. It's Justin pulls the trigger for John A. Modavidlak. What a play. John A. making his presence felt. Do you know John A.'s never won?
That's, he's a guy that's played in this league a long time. We need to see his guy.
Yes, it's almost a bad omen for the Mothmen. I doubt they'll be able to win with him on the roster.
I'm liking the Mothmen's playbook early in this game. They've got some runs. They've got some trickiness.
Well, listen, this team has another pass just sails out of bounds. This team has nothing to lose, so why not empty the playbook? Let's see everything they've got. Here's Renzo dropping back all day, no pressure on him. And he's going to find Justin O'Shea. I think he's short, though. Matt King with the tag. They've thrown everybody at Justin. We've seen Ian. We've seen Colin. We've seen Matt. They can't stop him.
Let's see. We've got real short.
And it's going to be Holmes with the touchdown. Contested.
Coach Holmes.
What a play.
You know what? I love seeing the coach get out there, the good old coach get out there. That brings us through to a 3-2 halftime.
I don't think anybody saw this coming. I think that if you had money on this game, you're probably shaking in your boots right now. Unless you were betting the underdog, you're as happy as you've ever been. What did you see out of this Mothmen offense that we did not expect to have this kind of explosion? What did you see? What did you like?
No, I really think the playbook so far is what's kind of leading to some open holes downfield. They've got a few reverses, fake handoffs. And this guy, Lorenzo Labazetto, man, he if he sees a guy, it doesn't matter how big this gap is, he's going to find it, and he's going to thread that needle.
And in terms of the drivers, I mean, we've only seen them for 2 possessions. We've only seen the Mothmen for 2 possessions. Nobody has not scored yet. Okay, that was a lightning quick first half because everybody scored every time they got the ball. Whoever shows up to play defense first is going to win this game.
Absolutely.
Who can get a stop first? We're going to go down to Mark Olivero down on the field and hear what he has to say about this electric first half.
Guys, the stadium is rocking. The fans are electrified. The Mothmen look ready and poised to finish this out, but the drivers look unfazed. Boys in the booth, back to you.
All right, we've got the second half action here after deferring. Drivers are starting with the ball. Frank on the action fake is going short. It's Ken Silver, number 69, the Silver Bullet. Here we go, second down. This offense is going lightning quick. It's a strike to Ian Tully.
Great throw to Ian Tully on the outside. First down.
Not a lot of room to get that ball with the sideline there. It's fit in perfectly. Here we go. Frank
First
looking. Ken Silver again. No, it's going to be a drop.
He started running before he secured the ball.
He did. What's up, Rob?
Rob, thank you, Rob.
All right, here we go. Frank is getting this ball. This is going to be a touchdown. Matt King. They're not going to. Josh not going to catch him, and
second on the day from Matthew King.
This offense is just going lightning quick, man. They're just on the ball right away. They're moving it. We've got to see what the Mothmen can do here now.
Go with a little trickery and bad throw.
He's not gonna be able to hit John A. there. Renzo, more traditional formation here. There we go. That was second down. We're on third down now.
He's looking downfield. They need a chunk here.
It's incomplete. So this is fourth down. They're going to go for this. Let's see what we've got. Fourth down. It's down body to body. No first down. And here we go. We're going to get a fifth down here. I think it's because the teams are so mismatched that they just want to make it fair.
I think there was an earlier penalty on the play that gave the
either way,
Mothmen
even with the cheating that we all know Holmes does, they don't get it. It's a handoff to JJ. He's getting major yardage, and he stopped a few yards short of the goal line. Frank Samisa has a Ken Silver. It's out of reach. It's low. Tough play there.
Right.
Frank Samisa looking.
Here he's got all day. They're not going in on him.
Back right corner. JJ, nice try. And just like that, we've got a 4-3 game for the drivers. And we said, who's going to get those first stops? It ends up being the drivers. And here comes Lorenzo. It's Josh Paini climbing the ladder.
Unreal, unbelievable catch.
Just like the first game, if they score here, we've got another overtime. We've never had both first-round matches go to overtime, and let's see if Renzo can do it.
Let's see, he's looking for a chunk here. Takes the ball away
Justin
from Ian
O'Shea
Tully.
just took the. I thought that was going to be intercepted, and here we go, overtime, and it's a quick hitter to JJ.
That's a big gain on first down. This offense has been unstoppable today so far.
These guys aren't even getting to 3 Mississippi, and the ball is out and moving. JJ, another big play. Look how quick. Here's Ian Tully on the handoff. Blockers in front. He's out of bounds on the sideline.
It's a big gain. They're knocking on the door right now.
This offense just is moving. It's efficient. And snap to pass, I would say, Frank, is under 3 seconds very often.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of...
I think that's an incompletion there. One of the few on the day. And that is not an incompletion. That's another touchdown to JJ. And just like that, they've got the lead of overtime. It's up to the Mothmen now to score to keep this game going. They go with the handoff to Josh Paini, and he's got a nice little gain on first down.
Good chunk on first. Let's see.
Second down.
Let's go.
And it's Josh. Oh, a bobble.
Ooh.
I don't know if they're going to give him that. It looked like it's incomplete. Incomplete pass. He never got possession with both feet down.
Yeah, unlucky. He lets it go deep.
Deep pass. Well defended that time by Ian Tully.
You got him back that play.
And I think that means this is your game on the line here, right?
This is the
Fourth
game.
down.
Fourth down. A long field to go.
You have to go for it here, or the game would be over. So this one makes a little more sense than the last one.
Yeah, I think that first one's going to come back to haunt them.
Let's see what Renzo has on fourth down. You got to be looking Justin O'Shea, no? He is, and it's incomplete. Game over. The drivers are going to beat the Mothmen 5-4. What a game.
Unbelievable. What are we saying, 11 drives?
11 drives, 9 scores. Holmes is down here saying he's going to get drunk after this game. That makes a lot of sense. But I got to say, Holmes, this will be the first ever coach to get Coach of the Year consideration in a first-round loss. That's how impressive this first-round loss was.
Yeah, I think that's, would be a well-deserved nomination. He clawed back. He had guys drop out day of, and they put up a great fight. And like we said, versus Goliath in that game. 5
possessions for the drivers, 5 touchdowns. Can they keep that kind of success going against a Roadies team that we just saw let the Smokes back in a game after being up 3-1?
Yeah, that might have been the most efficient offense I've ever seen operate at an LOL championship game day. If they can keep that going into the championship, it's going to be a long day for the Roadies.
What I will say though is they did not do a good job on defense, the drivers.
Yep,
They
the other side of the coin.
Obviously, they let this team score 4 points. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Mothmen. Like I said at the beginning of the game, this is Lorenzo Labazetta. This is Justin O'Shea. These are 2 of the 3 best players ever. So I understand this team was going to get theirs to a certain degree. But at the same time, when you're looking at Evan on the other side, when you're looking at Kevin McCarthy on the other side, Jesus, and we're actually just hearing now that Jesus is not going to be able to go in the championship game. It looks like he's got a tight hamstring. He is not going to be able to play in the championship game. That's a huge loss.
Offensively, that's going to hurt him, but when you saw the performance he did on defense in that first game, unreal. That's going to be a big blow.
They're going to rely so much on Nick Muse, Kevin McCarthy to try to pick up the load for one of their best players, Jesus, being out, and obviously Evan's going to have a huge game. What do you think the drivers have to do differently defensively?
Defensively, Evan's going to be your main target, so I think you got to try to take him out. But it's going to be tough because the Roadies are a stacked team. When you've got guys like Kevin and Nick Muse underneath, I mean, you've got to take away the small gains and watch out for the big one with Evan.
Yeah, we'll see if Gerasi can avoid making the big mistake, and we'll see if the Roadies can pull off an improbable upset as, again, the drivers are going to be the favorite going into this game. All right, we'll see you at Game 3.